Yo, what's going on? It's Tony Jack. I'll be back with y'all in a few minutes. Talk about the black Republican that I am now and, Republicans in general. Sit tight.
What's going
T.O.N.Y. T.O.N.Y. You see, talks like his shit don't stink, but he's cool with people. I knew he's fine. Just Uncle Jackie better. Jackie was alright. Uncle Jackie was excellent. Fucking guineas. Jackie. Uncle Jack. Line, everybody get in line. Listen the fuck up. It's going down. Pay attention. Alright? Now, niggas a little weird. Bitches a little weird. The plot's a little weird. The hood a little weird. Bitches a little weird. Faces a little weird. Fuck who you are. I'm the motherfucking general. Niggas a little weird. Bitches a little weird. The plot's a little weird. The hood's a little weird. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Fuck who you are.
Practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jewelry jump like John Moran. And Kif Tower shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5 and top wives, no I'm the fade. And though I'm out the loop, I be mute, playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words.
Uncle Jackie. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Good evening. Good evening. It's Tony Jack. Back with another episode. Well, first episode of this. Talking about basically, I'm gonna be talking about the president and the black Republican, myself, and things of that nature. See, now when I was coming up, I'm gonna start off with myself. You know what I mean? I'm born and raised in Harlem, New York. I live in Georgia now. I was raised by a Catholic, a very, very stern Catholic woman, which I didn't realize she was Catholic when I was little. Hence me not being left-handed because, I got rocked for being left-handed. So when it comes to, being conservative, that's how I was raised. I was raised conservative. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. A man is, supposed to handle his business and a woman has her business to handle. Now it's, it's like liberalism has taken over. This is just, me. When I was younger, you don't pay attention to these things. You don't know. You just want to, get outside, do your thing, be a kid. Basically, you want to be a kid. You don't know these things until you get older. And because even when I got older, I was hustling. I was selling drugs. I wasn't worried about no government. I worried about law, but I didn't worry about the government. I'm not going to sit here and hold y'all up. I ain't worried about the government. What am I worried about it for? I don't pay taxes. I don't care about your taxes. I don't care about what you got going on. I'm going to be out here making money. Then as you mature and you start seeing like, hey, I got to put something in the pot. The pot meaning Social Security, something for when you get old. And that's what I hear all the OGs saying, like, yeah, you getting good money, man. Make sure you have some in that pot. And I ain't understand until son broke it down. Like, yeah, you need, you know what I mean? Put some money in that pot so that you be all right when you get older. Hustling, you can't hustle at 70 years old. You can't run from police at 70 years old. So, I had to really take that into consideration. And it was some of the realest advice I ever got. Because a lot of people, they don't have nothing in the pot. And they hustled, they did all this shit. All right, now back off of that. Back to what I was saying. After growing up, in a Catholic household, and you get out on your own, Like I was saying, you really don't care what people are doing. You leave me alone, I leave you alone. Everything is everything. Um, Everything is everything. Give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. So in my house, I was raised to be a man. I wasn't raised to be a boy. I wasn't raised to rely on my mother. I couldn't rely on my mother for shit in terms of certain things. Now, of course, she fed me, took care of me, all that shit. I was always good like that. But like she was pushing independence on me young, but then it kind of took her by surprise when I started pushing. I started pulling for it. Like I don't want you to give this to me. I'm gonna take it. So it's different. It's very different. Now we got people. Hey, you can be whatever you want to be when you grow. That is not true. You can be any occupation you want to be. They need to put that out there. You cannot be whatever you want to be. You can be whatever occupation. You can be what you choose to want to be, but you cannot be what you weren't born to be. You're born to be a boy. You're a boy. You're born to be a girl. You're a girl. Yes, you identify whatever. That's called mental illness. That's called delusion. That's called somebody needs to sit you down and put you onto the real because you sound stupid. You sound, well, yeah, to me, to the normal person, you sound stupid. Of course, to yourself, you sound highly, you think you're right, but you're not right. It's a form of delusion. You belong in a psychiatric hospital. You need psychiatric care. All this new shit going around. Oh, I identify as, oh, my pronouns, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares because ain't nobody was raised like that. Only fools, I feel, now this is what I think, excuse me, not I feel. I really think that these single mothers and these homes, these fatherless homes, are the reasons for this. Because ain't no man gonna sit there and let his child talk about what they identify as. And I am very, very feminism combined with the lonely mother, the single mother. The single mother and feminism is the cause for most of this shit. It's bull. And I don't understand where they're going with it. And and it's funny how people became Democrats from this president, LBJ. I'm starting to think them initials are no good no matter where you hear them. LBJ is no good. So LBJ in this case is Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson essentially helped get the man out of the home and replace him with welfare. They replaced the man with welfare, which led the fatherless homes. Now, the women that are now leading these fatherless homes to think they don't need men. You need some type of, it was a man who gave you the food stamps. It was a man who gave you the Section 8. It was a man who made it so that you think you're better than people and you're not. So I don't understand that at all. I probably never will. I don't want to. So you didn't send it? All right, I'm on the show. Yeah, pardon me, y'all. But now we had the presidential election, of course. Donald Trump wins. Everybody is mad. It makes me believe that people are for bullshit. Like they're for their feelings being attended to than facts and things of that nature. And I don't get it. You try to call a man racist. You try to, shame the man, whatever. The man has had 2 assassination attempts on him. Lost one. 2 assassination attempts on him. And he survived both of them. Salute, CeeLo. What's good, bro? What's good, Brody, bro? Yeah, I'm just talking about the Republicans and Democrats, basically, why people are stupid for the most part. Like, so it's okay that this man with this body part that's not similar to yours is in the bathroom, sharing a bathroom with you. And it's okay. Nowhere in the existence of anything has that shit been okay. It has never been okay. And the reason I use the Aubrey Graham Drake as a thumbnail is because that's what people think of when you're black and you're a Republican. That's what they look at. Like, you want some bull, like you done crossed over or something. When today Republican means truth, not Republican, excuse me, conservative. You're used to tradition, used to the man being the man, the woman being the woman. Now with this new shit, oh, I can identify as a man. I'm a woman. I'm this, I'm that. That's why I was not, I'm damn sure it was anti-Kamala Harris, anti-Joe Biden. Now I'm anti-Democrats. Because y'all are smoking something and not being tested while y'all in the White House. Because there's no way in hell you ran a whole debate based on identifiers. Your whole campaign was based off of these people want to identify, let them. Your campaign based on if a man identifies as a woman, he should be in a woman's jail. If a woman identifies as a man, you know what's going to happen to that woman in a man's jail? I bet you they start acting like a woman. I bet you they start acting like a woman. Because that shit is crazy. You setting people up, putting them in harm's way because some feelings are hurt. Listen, identifier, you're nothing but a gay person. You're gay. That's all it is. You're gay who wants attention. You're a gay person who wants attention. And if you really deep in your heart believe these things, like Brittany Griner really thinks she's a pops. She really sits there and thinks she's a pops, which is insulting to me. It's insulting as fuck. That woman is not a pops. She can never be a pops. I don't care how deep her voice is. Somebody can, she can have somebody's babies come out of her naturally. She ain't no pops. She is not a pops. And that's these delusions be going around. That's why I want to shout out Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, definitely President Trump, because he let it be known, listen, I'm stopping funding with all this delusion. Y'all creating these narratives and y'all messing with children. Y'all sitting there messing with children. Like, really? That's what we do? We tell, hey, do you feel inside that you're a little girl or a little boy? When they show kids don't know what the hell they talking about, they too little to understand or comprehend what's going on. The dude put $1,000 up on the table and 3 Oreo cookies. What did the child take? He took the fucking Oreos. So this is what you're basing shit off of? The words of a child? If that's not stupid, I don't know what is stupid. And I mean, people are just dumb. Because after a while, it's not, it's not delusion. It's not, you know better. You choose to be this type of idiot. And that's what it is. You're an idiot. And these fucking people, these fucking Democrats and liberals and shit. Yeah, let them do it. It's fine. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because when I start identifying as God, then there's going to be a problem. Oh, he's crazy. It's not the same thing. Yes, it is. It's delusion. I just don't share your delusion or stupidity. I don't. And you people sitting there, these college kids that Charlie Kirk visits and what's my girl named Candace Owens visits, y'all are in school and y'all are dumb as hell. The man asks them, what's a woman? A person that identifies as a woman. When you're given a definition of a word, you're not supposed to use the word again. So what's a woman? A person that identifies as a female. No. It's a little more scientific than that. Because if it's that easy, then I'm God. And as God, I'm telling you, you are a boy. You are a girl. No, I'm not crazy. I'm God. I say it's my world. It's my way. As God, I can say and do what I want. And I feel that on the inside, I really am a God. I could be any one of them I want to be. That's how you sound to me. Stupid. That's how you sound to Trump. That's how you sound to Candace Owens. That's how you sound to every conservative walking the planet. And even though they are Democrats, some Democrats are conservative. They just, I don't understand it. But definitely, the independents are nothing but haters. Independents are people that don't want the rich to get rich. It's like, so if I work hard, I shouldn't have this money after I don't work my ass off and this, that, and the third. I should just give my money to everybody else. Like, what is this, a dictatorship? No. When it comes to welfare, I don't think nobody should be on welfare for more than a year. More than a year, maybe 2. And then it has to be conditional. You have kids, you have a low-paying job, but hey, you're working. You need assistance. I agree with that. I'm all for that. But you're just sitting there on welfare for 10 years, just eating and eating and eating and eating. Like literally and figuratively. You're just sitting there on fucking welfare for fucking 10, 15, 20 years, your whole life. You fucking get jobs for 6 fucking months, and then you quit them and go back on welfare so that you can file child support. That's bum shit. And that's what it seems like Democrats are for bum shit. I'm not for bum shit. I'm for the betterment of people and keeping them on welfare. Not keeping them, excuse me. They're doing it to themselves. But the government allowing people to be on welfare for more than a certain length of time is just asinine and stupid. That's what creates these lazy ass people. That's what creates entitled ass people. Shorty, you pay $30 rent. This ain't yours. This shit can be taken from you at any time. But you want to try to talk to me like, what? What? You're a bum. I pay to make sure that you're okay. Me and every other citizen who has a job and works 40-hour weeks or 50, 60, 80, we do that shit for you. You're a bum. And whatever money you get, instead of trying to make yourself better, no, you make yourself prettier. And then you got these suck-ass dudes. Yo, it's hard being, no, it's not. It's not that hard being a parent. No, it's not. It's really not. Only for the first couple of years when there's no talking, you can't talk, it's harder communication. It's not. I don't want to hear that shit. And it ain't that expensive unless you have a sickly child. Sickly child. Feel me? Appreciate you, CeeLo word. Like, you ain't pulling one over. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. Even my mom, like, I wasn't even raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. And I'm not going to pass that down. I would not pass that down. I failed if my child is a welfare recipient for more than what's needed till they got that job, until they no longer need it. Then, they'll cut you off faster than you ask to apply. So no. And yeah, so what? I'm from the projects. I ain't never been on welfare a day in my life. I don't care what family and friends have been. I ain't never been on that shit a day in my life. I went to jail, came out, all I can get was emergency stamps. And I got a PO telling me I have to have some type of income that's on paper. What did I do? Shit, I ran. I'm not joining a welfare clique. I'm not joining a welfare committee. And then these things aren't for men. None of these programs are to help men. Nobody gives a shit about the man. It's all to help the woman because the woman is easy to manipulate. That's why Linda B told you, hey, we'll give you $68 a week. And whatever amount of food stamps. I don't even know how much cash you get. I don't know. I'm just making up a number. Yeah, $68 a week. We'll pay your rent, or we'll pay a large portion of it, and we'll give you these coupons for you to get food. We'll call them food stamps. You took it and ran with it. Then it started, you don't need men. That's a different story. Why don't you? It was a man named LBJ that gave y'all what y'all got. LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson, not LeBron James. Lyndon B. Johnson. He's the one. He's the fucker who made y'all think that y'all were better than what you are. And it's not his fault because you continue thinking it even after you found out, if you cared, that he was a piece of shit. But you don't know if he's a piece of shit if you're just sitting there reaping the bullshit that he's handing to you. He helped make black people some of the one of the weakest races. I don't care how people feel about it. Yeah, I'm black too. That's why it pisses me off. Weak as fuck, weak as hell. Excuses for everything. Glamorize the wrong shit. Everybody's a bad bitch. Everybody's a tough nigga. Whatever. Weak as fuck. And I'm sure I have people who I've known for years. It already seems like that. I don't care. That shit is weak. Welfare is for the weak if you want it forever. Because it is a need for welfare. Somebody with 3-4 kids who sat there has a job making $17, $18. They're working hard. They just can't, after the rent, it's just tough. Yes, they deserve help. They need aid. They need aid. And what they should be doing is making programs so that just the kids can eat. Just the kids can eat. Fuck you. You go take your ass and get a job, but we'll feed your kid. Send all the kids in. You go out and do something for yourself, because black people ain't never going to get no better as long as shit is handed to them. And that's for anybody. But I'm black, so I'm saying black people, and I don't care how you feel about it. But black people can't get no better if you're sitting there just eating off of welfare and Section 8 and all that bullshit that was given to you to actually, it was supposed to be a crutch. You know what what they say happens when you use crutches or braces too long? Yellow tape, what it do? When you use crutches or braces too long, you weaken the bone that you're trying to protect. You weaken it. So having them crutches, your whole body weakened, because now everything is on the weight of the crutches. You ain't carrying none of your weight. None of it. You're a loser. Straight up. That is a loser mentality. That 6 months, yeah, I'm going to go work for 6 months, and then I'm going to quit in July, turn up, and then I'm going to collect my taxes for these 4 kids I got and just get welfare for the last 6 months. You're a bum. You're a bum, Rock. You're a bum. That's bum mentality. That's bum behavior. And it's acceptable in the United States of America. It's very acceptable. That's why America's weak. For some reason, man, either I want to be a fly on the wall, or I just want it to be right. I want us to get invaded, because I want to see what people are gonna do. And I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna bitch up. Women, the tough women, they're gonna be ladylike. These identifiers, they're gonna get some sense again. Yeah, I'm just crazy. I can't carry a gun. What's gonna happen? What are we raising in America? I seen soldiers. I used to see soldiers all the time. The new ones. Boy, like, I don't want to turn them down. I mean, turn them down. I don't want to speak bad on them. And I'm not going to speak bad on them. But those kids look like they just entering high school. And I say kids, they grown-ups. Yeah, you might be 18, but them kids look like they just finished Pokemon competitions. They look like they playing, what's that shit Sheldon and Leonard and them play on there? Dungeons and Dragons and shit, whatever. Shit like that. They don't look like they ready to defend this country. And it seems like even after the training, they're not going to be hard enough, pause, to defend the country. And I'm not taking nothing away from them. It's just that this is what it is. This is what it is. You think other nations don't do homework on us? You think they don't see? You think it's just us just Yeah, like thinking Earth is the only planet with life on it. Like you think people ain't watching? You think they not looking for weakness or waiting for that right time to strike? That's why I respect what this man Trump is doing. Let me see. Let me see the word I'm looking for. The government tries to keep everything is opaque, meaning they keep everything in the dark. Everything. Donald Trump trying to put the cards on the table. That man is always on TV. He's always telling you, hey, this is about to happen. This is what's about to happen. This is about to happen. The man, I mean, whatever he has personally, I don't even care. But the way he's running the country is what it's about. And people are just so stuck on Donald Trump and what people did under his regime, which he did some business move and appealed to people that were kind of similar to radicals, like what they did when they rushed the Capitol, I believe, or whatever. Them fanatics, political fanatics, excuse me. He had them right in the palm of his hand, like, yeah, I got y'all. Y'all are stupid, but y'all gonna get my point across. And that's exactly what it was. You got his point across. You helped him get his point across. And then it's like, now you're mad? You're mad? The woman that went against him, I swear, I'm thinking the age of consent was gonna eventually get lowered too. I don't care what nobody says, man. I don't care. When you have agendas like that, you start talking about now you're starting to trying to humanize people who commit SAs and shit. You trying to humanize them? Are you really trying to humanize them? Are they really in love with this minor, this child? I think that was next. Because that's just the country that we live in, man. That's what we live in, man. It's feelings over facts. You can't call nobody fat, even if they're an orca. You gotta like, no, this is no. It also a long time ago, I figured this out. This is why the guys that fought in the world wars, Vietnam and Korea, shit like that, they looked at us like we was weak. And that's the same way I look at this next generation. Y'all are weak and detrimental to society. Y'all are, I'm gonna say it again, slowly. Y'all are weak and detrimental to society. You are. You can call it a phobia, call it what you want. No, it's not a phobia. I'm not scared of you. I am not scared of you. Not even in the slightest. I'm not scared of you. You are crazy, and that's what it is. There's definitely an agenda I'm not being a part of. I'm not, no. And any chance I get, I will school people on why they shouldn't be a part of that agenda. Come over to the Republican side. I left the independents alone. I left them alone. They haters. Democrats are stupid, independents are haters, and the Republicans are perceived to be one way when they are actually another. Now, I'm not saying there's no racism and no bullshit or anything out there like that. But I damn sure rather deal with that than deal with delusion. So you sitting there like, and then women bug me out the most because they're the ones behind it. They support it. It's more women who support it than don't. I believe. It's more women who support it than don't. And it's like, wow. So you're okay with them trying to replace you? Yo, that world control. If we ever get invaded, we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out what we are and who we are. I kid you not. Cause don't run this way. Don't seek shelter, sanctuary. Don't come this way, man. And in a minute, better hope I never claim this South as like my as my new home. Like it's where I live, but it ain't home. Yes, it's where I live, but it ain't home. I share the same values of these Southern folks. The same values. Because why? I was raised with them. My mother's from Jacksonville, Florida. You don't get more Southern than Florida. And I'm not going for none. I'm not going for nothing. Yeah, that's why they trying to eliminate Trump. Because Trump is a rich and white me. I'm not going for it. I'm going to do what I want. I'm a cowboy. I'm going to do what I want. I'm a maverick. I'm going to do what I want. That's why I respect them. I put them up there with the entertainers like Charlie Sheen, people who don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't care how you feel. I'm going to do what I want. And the man is trying to make things happen for this country. And you got these people, the left. That's why it's called right. That's why it's called the right, because it's the right way to be. And the left is some bullshit. The left is some bullshit. I said it. I don't care how people feel. I never did. Never did. I'm sure I've alienated some family members. I'm sure I've alienated some friends that I've had for 30, 40 years. I don't care. That's bum shit. Black people have fell off. Weak. No respect given to the women nor the men. Even though the men, if you look up shit, kind of better than them. But that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about at all. It's about how far and how fast we fell as people. And I'm talking about Americans this time. Black, white, whatever. You born here, Americans. Americans. How you let all this shit come to pass? How? How do you get mad at Candace Owens for sitting there stating facts? If you are born with XY, you are this. If you are born with XX, you are that. What did she say wrong? But people thinking about Candace Owens, oh, she's married to a white man. What does that have to do with anything? All she said was the same shit I'm saying in a different way. Black people weak as fuck and fucking up. The woman is conservative. She's conservative. What do you want from her? She believes in family. The liberal believes in divorce. Independent women who still need things from men. Shit like that. What do I look like going for that? Yeah, she's independent. But I had to help her with her groceries because, they were heavy. Nobody helped me with groceries. I ain't never said I was independent. Like, am I wrong? Somebody answer me. Am I wrong? If I see a woman that I know personally who has said, I don't need no goddamn man or this, that, and the third, down us, whatever it is. If I see her getting mugged, am I supposed to help her? Even if I knew the mugger, should I say, yo, fam, that's my people's right there. Even though she disrespects the fuck out of us. Am I? I mean, I wouldn't. You on your own, Jack. You are on your own. Unless I know you personally and I know you're not a piece of shit. But for me, you on your own. That's what you wanted. You wanted to be independent. Now fight that mugger off by yourself. Fight him off by yourself. Let's see how far you get with that shit. And then here's another thing. I'm gonna save that one. But yeah, damn, it's a lot of conspiracy. It's so much. It's so much. But here's wait, who is this that I'm about to listen to? Stephen A. Smith and Candace Owens. I actually loved what they said here.
Into your mind, I don't want to use the word vitriol because I think that's a bit too strong and that's unfair to you, and I don't want to do that. But when you consider the fact that so many people in the black community have voted Democratic since the civil rights legislation in 1964. Remember what Lyndon B. Johnson said, that, you pass this legislation and we'll have the Negroes vote for us for the next 200 years. Remember that statement? I know, I remember that statement. I'm wondering, because of your knowledge of politics, your obvious knowledge of the issues, when you speak on these things and you take positions about you take such positions, particularly if it's antithetical or the antithesis of what the black community will point to, do you think about it and do so on purpose because, dare I say, you're disgusted with us as a community for being hoodwinked by the Democratic Party in your eyes? Is that possible?
So that's a very good question. And disgusted would not be the right term for it. Frustrated, yes, and constantly trying to give people the facts so that they understand that we Lyndon Baines Johnson was an avowed racist and he hated us, and yet we are doing everything that he wanted us to do. We are reacting emotionally and not rationally. We seem to be a stereotype of irrationality, actually. All we have to do is make them feel something and they won't react. And I want to be clear, it's not just Black Americans. The Me Too movement was another manifestation of that. That's why I'm doing this Harvey Weinstein series. But what really does upset me about the Black community is that the manner in which we defend criminals, you will not find this in any other community. Okay, so white person gets shot, killed, unarmed. They're not coming out. White people are not coming out and burning down their own neighborhoods, right? They're going to be like,
Did you see the Black community attack me for going off about OJ being celebrated? Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah, they conditioned us to actually defend the worst in our communities. They just will let it go. You think Chinese people are going to run outside if they're like, well, listen, this guy was high on fentanyl. He got into a brush up with police officers and he died. Chinese people will be like, especially Asian moms are just dead serious. They'd be like, you idiot, good for you. So you're an embarrassment. Never come home. This is how Asian women are. They have a standard. You think Jewish people are coming outside and going to, rally around? No. They all know that they think of that as like a natural process. We don't want to associate with that. And we have the exact opposite mindset. And in when I say the exact opposite, I mean also the reverse of that being that the most educated and the most accomplished people in our community, in terms of their intellect, we reject. How can we ever get ahead, right? Oh, Condoleezza Rice. No, she's a traitor. She's Uncle Tom. Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice. He's a traitor. He's an Uncle Tom. But Dr. Ben Carson, a literal brain surgeon. Black people will call him stupid. It's crazy.
And I definitely agree with what she was saying. People don't have the conservative mindset. I remember I was telling somebody, nobody go by that Bible no more except for the most devout people. The most devout. Appreciate you, Grace. Only the devout ones are going for the Bible. Look how many fat people there are. Look how many obese people there are. Out of 100%, you mean to tell me 58% of Black women are obese and 41% men? And the reason why it's called fat shaming now, listen to that percentage of women. And that's just the Black ones. Listen to that percentage. 58. More than half of you are hogs. It's okay, you can laugh. You are hogs. And we have to cater to your feelings because you don't know how to portion your food? Dank DeMoss? Even Lizzo decided to change. You know what? I'm tired of being fat and breathing out my mouth. Let me do this. I'm surprised she hasn't been scrutinized yet because she knows in her heart of hearts that being 100 pounds lighter feels good. It feels good. Now you got the rest of these people, they just sitting there, oh, somebody's famous that's fat. They die, man. You don't see men aiming for more calories. We seen what happened to John Candy, Chris Farley, rest in peace. We know what happened. We watched these dudes below. Then you got the dude with the sweet butter biscuits. My 600-pound life. How the hell is that something that people aspire to watch? Well, I'm big, but at least I ain't that big. You are a cow. You are a cow. If you look at the numbers and look, that's what I'm saying, man. People are so much worse today than they were yesterday. Like, I'm dead serious. People are so much worse. Just think about it. Think about your grandma. Think about your mom. And then think about your sister or aunt. Not your mom, sister, not your aunt, because that's like your mom. Just look at the generations. From grandma to ma to your sister, and hopefully your daughter's not like that unless you know you're old. Just look at them. What's good, Julie? Just look at the females in your family and look at the pictures. And went from mom and dad, not your mom and dad, but somebody's mom and dad. It could be your great grandma, your great great grandma. Look at all those back. It had two people, and then a mess of I'm gonna use that, a mess of children. Now what you got? One woman with a mess of baby fathers and a mess of children. And that's supposed to be cool. And that's what she mean. Like we celebrate dumb shit. We celebrate stupid shit. I'm independent. I got 4 kids. And then you know what's funny? When you ask these women these questions, if you're trying to pursue them and you see them, you know, on their own or at work, they don't want to tell you. They know that it's wrong that they got 4 kids and not the 4 kids, the 4 baby fathers. They know that shit is wrong. That's why they don't want to tell you. Then you got this thing called slut shaming. Isn't that a shameful act? Isn't that? I could have sworn that being a slut or being extra promiscuous was a bad thing. Trying to make it good. You trying to tell me it's okay to do that? Like, bullshit, man. Come on, B. Come on with all that, yo. And then look at me like I'm this picture of Drake in the on my thumbnail. Nah, that was a point. You can look at me all you want. Keep looking till your eyes pop out your fucking head. But I'm not going with the agenda. I'm not going for it. I'm not going to sit here and, hey, yeah, no, you deserve, everybody deserves the same rights. I'm not calling nobody with a wee-wee, no woman, no ma'am, no miss, no V, them, ver, none of that shit. November, December, January, none of that. It's quiet. Call it what you want. Call it a phobia, call it hate. No, I'm not, no. It's not going down like that. It's really not. Now, hold on. Who we got here? I don't even know who we got.
Rapists and murderers.
Oh, man, he's saying bad words already. We're not going to go with that guy. He's saying words that's not supposed to be. You know what? Do I really care? I don't. Because he was speaking the truth. That's why I saved the video.
It's Mike Fody, and I'm from Buckingham Township, and I honestly don't know what country I'm living in anymore. You made the statement, of course, you heard it so many times tonight, people violate the laws anytime they want. And you said it so cavalierly, so arrogantly. Of course, Mr. Harvey voted with you. Can you look at me, please? You disrespected the other voters. Thank you. A little bit of respect. You know, I agree. You don't get punished anymore. That's where the country is because of the losing liberal left policies. One state steal less than $900. It's okay. I go to Home Depot the other day to buy a tool. It's locked up. I asked the guy why. Oh, they come in shopping carts. They load it up, and we can't stop them. We're not allowed to do anything. They're the garbage policies you people endorse. Okay? Oh, but you know what? If you're a conservative Christian grandmother and pray outside an abortion clinic, you get 10 years under the FACE Act. That's don't open your eyes like that. So let me tell you something. Thank God on January 20th, there's a new sheriff in town.
And his name is Donald Trump.
I know this pains you losing liberals, but you're going to have to get some TDS training. It's called Trump derangement syndrome. Because there's not going to be any more DEI. There's no more men and women's sports. There's no more men and women's locker rooms. Can you imagine your junior high daughter, self-conscious about her body, and she has to change or take a shower next to a naked man? These are the sick policies you people endorse.
Exactly.
So that's gone. There's not going to be any more rapists and murderers coming over the border.
I don't let that play, bro. It is what it is.
Not word that the killer rapist, illegal immigrant, just got sentenced for killing Laken Riley. See, that's something you should cheer for, guys, not just look at me. No more illegal aliens on the voter rolls. That was a great one, wasn't it? You're fighting to put them back on. That's just great. But you know what? I know it pains you, but thank God Donald J. Trump is going to reverse it all. And by the way, please stay with these policies because 80% of Americans don't want them. Never did, but you guys are too dense to understand. This country is founded on Christian values. Thank you.
I don't think wealth and genetics have. Yeah, what he said. Fakwa, what's going on? What he said. And this is the kind of shit that people are voting for. That's why New York has me, man. That's why I don't care. I don't care how old of a friend you are to me or I am to you. If you don't like me, I don't even care. I don't care. I don't care. We could be friends for over 40 years. You don't like me because of my views? I don't care. Kick rocks. It's obvious you're a liberal. Obvious. That's a bad word in this house. We don't do none of that libertarian bullshit because that's laissez-faire. Let them do what they want. No, that's how people raise their children. You see what happens with that. Let him express himself. His expression. He needs to let it out. Go ahead. He wants to wear a dress. Let him wear a dress. It's okay. My son is 3.5 months and he identifies as trans. Yes. Well, how do you know that he identifies? Just the way he moves around in the crib, and the way he sounds when he cries. Sounds like a girl. People are stupid, and you want us to be stupid with you. Child can't even talk yet. Can't even speak. Ain't even up to mama, dad, but they can say trans. Dad, you're transphobic. No, I'm 3 months old. I can do this. Sounds stupid. You need help. Honestly, you need help. You need help. That shit is disgusting how it's disgusting. Yeah, All right. I'm about to put up a clip by my guy. Damn, I forgot his name. From South Africa. The comedian. He had a show. Damn, I forgot his name. Oh, well, here he goes. Trevor Noah. There we go. That's his damn name. Is this really happening? Is this really happening?
I think that's what it really is with Trump is like, it's the gentleman's agreement. Like when he sat down with Zelensky, he broke the gentleman's agreement. I'm sure
he did.
Presidents have cussed each other out.
He did break the gentleman's agreement. Issues.
But the gentleman's agreement is that you don't do it in front of the press. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
He was wrong for that.
It's the same way adults, like with kids, you'd be like, yo, we'll talk about this. Let's let the kids go away. We're going to go to another room and we'll discuss, because you don't want the kids to see this, because there's a certain level of decorum. And
he's got no decorum.
That's what it is. Not decent. What Trump did there is you don't do that amongst world leaders, because it's not for it's not for us as the public in a weird way. Go into a room, fight about it, and then come out and shake hands and be like, yeah, we had a good discussion and we're going to figure this out. And,
Yeah, that was real. That was a real take from Trevor Noah. And I agree with it. That there is, that unspoken rule. Yeah, he shouldn't have disrespected Zelensky like that. He really shouldn't have. But I mean, what's done is done now. So, but yeah, I get that part. But here's the T.O.N.Y himself.
Button on my desk, meaning a nuclear button. I said, I have a red.
Hold up.
This house. He said, but why do you send me a picture of my house? He said, you have to figure that one out. I'm going to bomb the shit out of him. It's true. I confronted Kim.
Talk your talk.
He said, I have a red button on my desk, meaning a nuclear button. I said, I have a red button on my desk too, but it's bigger and stronger than yours, and mine works. He said, if you do anything, we're going to hit you harder than any country has ever been hit. He said, I understand, Your Excellency.
Trump is
The
a patriot.
United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself. During the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice hopes.
All this fair use.
Feel it in the future. God bless. You don't know that. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
That was to Zelensky.
Putin, don't invade Ukraine. Yeah. What was his response? Well, I told him what our response was going to be, and his response was, really?
When we were negotiating with the Taliban, while President Trump was still the president, and they were talking to Taliban leadership in the room, and they had one translator in the room. President Trump looked at the Taliban leader and said this: I want to leave Afghanistan, but it's going to be conditions-based withdrawal. Translator translated. And he said, if you harm a hair on a single American, I'm going to kill you. And the translator goes, and Trump goes, reached in his pocket, pulled out a satellite photo of the leader of the Taliban's home and handed it to him.
Shut up.
Got up and walked out the room. Do you know for 18 months not a single American was killed in Afghanistan?
That's Trump.
Sounds like results to me, man. It said you can hate the man all you want, but the man is a patriot. And people just don't like the fact that he's rich and he believes people should get up off their ass. I'm broke and believe people should get up off their ass. What's the problem? What's the problem? Really? So I'm European now. I'm of European descent now because I chose Republican. Did you know that? Did you know that? That's why I put the photo of Drake up in blackface. I don't know if you've seen it. If you just look at the thumbnail. Boy, does that have people, because I notice people don't talk to me as much as we used to talk. And that's fine. You don't ever have to talk to me again. I don't care. Like I stated before, I don't care how long we've been friends. If this is what it takes to get you mad at me, I mean, you can go blow a wang. I don't care. Like, I don't care. You and your mother could blow a wang, to be for real. If that's how we want to play the game. Because I don't mind playing the game. I don't care about, like, friends. Friends are nothing but people waiting to be your enemy. I got my brothers. I'm cooling. I got my ugly wife. I'm chilling. I'm so chilling. I don't care about, I used to hold friendships near and dear, but because we have different views, we can't be friends. Kiss my ass. Kiss my whole ass. I don't care. And have your family, make sure your family doesn't tell me that, if you happen to pass before me, because I'm not going. I'm going to hold a grudge that hard. Pause. So if you feel, my political standards or my standards as a man or as a human, if that's too much for you, fuck off. I swear I won't care. I will not reach out. I will not wonder why. I promise I won't. I promise. Because I'm on my own wang. I like to smell my own shit. I don't care about what you got going on. He, she, them. It's people that don't like me. They never met me and had a conversation with me because of shit I say on Facebook. Oh, well, you can go blow a wang with the rest of the 80 idiots. That shit weak. And America has gotten weak. It has gotten very weak. And there's no morality, is nothing. This country is not the way it's supposed to. At least shit in the 80s, it was a little, it was harder. But damn, we ain't have all these mental issues going on. I mean, I was a child in the 80s, but still. This now is just like, and it's just all on the front page. You got to have somebody that's rainbow centric in every movie, every show, everything I do. I got to have somebody that's affiliated with something. Like, why? And if I were you dudes, if you don't want to do it, just pick a lesbian woman. It's easy. Bam. Because you don't really need all that shit if you don't want it in your movie. Having a movie about Superman and some dude come out with a beard and a dress on, talking about, hey, Supes. I don't want my child to see that. Super almondy. Look at that curl. Nobody want to hear that shit. This is a Superman movie. Well, maybe did you hear the I don't know if you heard. I'm speaking to my producer. If you heard that they were trying to make a version of Superman gay, like his son or something. Because DC and Marvel now, you got to start adding gay characters and shit. This is Pink Man. Everything, his superpower is making things smell like strawberry starburst. Feel the burst. Bow. Feel the burst. Ah. Yes. Yo, another thing I want to know is who are the girls of the born in 2020? Who do these girls look up to? Salute. But nah, it's real in the field, Yellow Tape. It's real in the field. I'm Lavender Man. When I poop, it smells like lavender. Yes. Who's that on the floor with her pink sweatpants on? Yeah, that's my producer. Could you just not mention her? Lavender Man likes what he sees. Bow. 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 Now, to keep it 100, I don't care about Lavender Man or what's his name? What's the other one name? Pink, pink Starburst, whatever the fuck. I don't care about them existing. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Like, this ain't the 80s. This ain't the 90s. This ain't the 2000s. This ain't the 2010s. It's none of that, though. Nobody cares, but you're not going to force that shit on me. You're not going to force that shit on any offspring I have coming up. We're not doing the Lavender Man and Superman. We're not doing that. They had the superhero, the little boy. He's a normal boy, but his superpower, he transforms into a girl. Yeah, look it up. Matter of fact, producer, look that cartoon up. Cartoon superhero turns into a girl. That's all you got to put in. Yeah, hold on, give us a second. But yeah, and it was on Netflix. It was on Netflix. I don't know how many seasons it did, but it should have been the first one. Something. Let me see. Hold on, y'all, because hold on. See, you spelled it. You was typing too fast. Hold on, my fault, y'all. Yo, like, sub, and share. I appreciate y'all coming through. But yeah, we talk about Republicans and why I'm one of them. On top of, we listening to excerpts from Donald Trump, Candace Owens, and I got to get some Charlie Kirk, man. Y'all got to listen to Charlie Kirk. The only thing I don't agree with Charlie Kirk is he don't think that there's a such thing as white privilege. I don't care how Republican I get. I know white privilege exists. Now, it might not be the way he's saying. I get what he's saying, but I wish I can talk to him just, because I agree with most of the things that comes out of his mouth. He's a very intelligent man, and we're the same college dropouts. The only thing, his platform is just, pause, huge. These people come at Charlie Kirk and they can't even answer what a woman is. Like Charlie Kirk, the privilege. Charlie Kirk says there's no such thing as white privilege. Now, in a sense, he's right. Like whatever white people can do, we can mostly do. Now, here's where he's wrong. If I'm walking down the street and a white man is walking down the street, who's getting accosted more? The black man or the man of color, the person of color. For that to apply to a white guy, you got to be full of tattoos and resemble the white version of the person in color. You got to have tattoos and look not normal to them. So Charlie Kirk, there is a very much so a such thing as white privilege. And it's called Shizo. The animated series, the cartoon I was speaking of, is called Shizo. Features Guy Hamden, a 12-year-old boy who transforms into the female superhero Shizo or Shizao when he wears his late aunt's magic ring, granting him super strength and speed. So what I'm guessing is there was the great aunt's ring. She was a superhero, and he turned into a. Why? Why? Why can't he be a pretty boy superhero? Why got to be a girl? Why can't he be a dashing hero? Voice goes up octaves like that. Why do you have to be transformed into a girl? What is with? I don't even get the point of that. Like, wow. And that's why I'm sure it went off the air fast. Because nobody got time for that. Shizo. That shit is crazy. Okay, here's my girl. No disrespect to the wife. My girl Candace talking about basically what I just said. Except she's more articulate.
The household.
Yes. Black America will
I hated Nick Cannon for
literally
this.
say the absolute most about how bad government is while insisting that we have more government. Like welfareism did this to Black America. It is a fact that in the 1950s, under Jim Crow, that Black Americans were outpacing white Americans in terms of growth. That's why most people have fond memories, and I could be dating myself right now, but I'm 35, of your grandparents.
All right, baby.
Better values, going to church. My grandfather started a business despite the fact that he started a sharecropping farm. Faith was at the center of the family. And then you go, what happened? Well, what happened was, despite there being Jim Crow, or because of Jim Crow,
Right.
Black Americans couldn't rely on government. There is this simple thing that when your back is against the wall, you will fight,
Right.
And so then LBJ, who was the most racist president, I mean, this man was dropping the hard R-N word for breakfast every day. He hated Black Americans. And yet we learned in public school that he was our savior because he inked the Civil Rights Bill. But he had to.
That wasn't by choice.
Literally, he had a figurative gun to his head.
Yeah.
And there's more stuff that he did in terms of trying, the draft, wanting Black Americans to die first in Vietnam, because he was so committed to racism. And he said, assigning this, I'll have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And in one fell swoop, he signed welfare.
And it's happening.
And that's what broke down our families. That is the pipeline
Took the Black
to prison.
father out the household.
Yes. Black America will literally say the absolute.
And I agree with every word she said. Every word she said. I love Candace Owens. I love her. She is a beautiful woman who has a beautiful family who I probably only glanced at, but that's what she's about. She's about family. She's about tradition. She's about having a man in the house. No matter how popular, how successful she becomes, she remembers that she's a lady first. She remembers that. And that's why we love Candace. Don't worry. I'm my producer / wife. I'm gonna have to put her on to Candace Owens. Especially when she was pregnant. Oh my goodness. She would shut them kids down at them schools so fast. Like, you already sound stupid, so now I'm gonna mash you into the dirt. I mean, people don't like being told what they think is wrong. Even when you present facts and shit like that, people don't want to hear that they're wrong. People can't handle it. You telling me 1 + 1 is 3, And it's like, wow, that's why I never get it. Why? Well, I know why women hate Candace Owens, because Candace Owens, she's not gonna, oh, you went through tough times and mentally you were, and you slept with 100 men. No, she's gonna call you what you are. She's gonna call you what you are, and then she's gonna test and see how you rationalize that. She wants to know how you're gonna rationalize that. And most people, they can't. They just sound stupid. And that's the issue we have. And then, the 1950s, and my mother was born in 1933. My mom was born in 1933, B. My mom was 48 when I was born. What kind of lessons did you think I was being taught at home? Like, for real, this Southern woman, an old Southern woman, what the fuck do you think I was learning at home? No, really, the only thing I didn't take to was the religion. That's the only thing I didn't take to. But being a man, being responsible, like being I end up being one of them fast asses, I guess you could say. I just didn't have kids. Nah, I just took to the streets like a damn whale of water. That's all. But yeah, like I was raised with conservative values, and I will pass down my conservative values. I will never be I'm for democracy. I'm not for Democrats. It's a difference. It's definitely a difference. And people can choose to be whatever they want to be. You can choose to, but you're not going to push your agendas or your bullshit on me. And I do think that we are headed for like a Civil War Part 2. And it's going to be like political like the Civil War was. We'd be headed for another one. The conservatives versus the liberals. Basically, Democrats, excuse me, versus Republicans. And basically, it'll be Democrats and independents versus Republicans. It's going to lead to a lot of red juice shedding, a lot of bloodshed. It's going to lead to a lot of bloodshed. Definitely going to be a lot of bloodshed. There will be a new civil war. It seems like it's actually going to be North and South again, because all the liberalism and the libertarian shit is in the North. And one thing I do hate and I dislike about myself is I took too long to start paying attention. That's where I was dead wrong. I took too long to start paying attention. I should have been paying attention from jump. Yeah, you hear and learn this stuff from school. Shit, I thought liberal was good when I was little. Like, hey, laissez-faire. Hey. Like liberal, like little, I mean 12. Because I ain't learned the term laissez-faire until I was like in college. But yeah, I've never been for the laissez-faire. I've never been for let children do what they want. Let this person, no, you're not doing what you want, man. I'm for what's right, not how you feel about it. And that's what being conservative is about. It's about having values, tradition. It's not about feelings. It's about what's right. It's about right and wrong. It's actually like your feelings will get you in trouble. You're mad. You went out. You deleted somebody. Is the judge going to sit there and look and say, well, he or she was mad, so, you got to let them go because they were angry when they committed this crime. That person will never see his or her family again, but, you were mad, so bang the gavel. You can go home, buddy. Go ahead, bucko. You go to your family. Yeah. Awesome. Justice. Cheers. Let me take a swig of my whiskey from, yeah. Bailiff, give me my glass. Man, this job is tough sending people home. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then people look at you, the people who need the welfare, the people who need the section, and you don't need it. That's what you want. That's what you want because you're too lazy to get up off your ass and work. And I ain't never gonna agree with somebody that's not unable to work. Somebody disabled, you're giving them everything in the world. Go ahead, give it to them. They can't do it for themselves. I don't mind paying a tax for that. I don't want to pay a tax for Big Bone Brenda sitting on her couch destroying Malamars. So my baby ain't shit. Oh, damn, this is good. Child, ooh. Pass me that teleport. My check get here tonight at 12. I hate when they late. I'm gonna be right at the sandwich shop. 12 o'clock. No, I'm not willing to pay for that. I'm not willing to pay for you to have your damn. Now you see, it's fun. Know what else is funny? I was taught to get the hell out the house by the time you was, scratching your balls in public. Not in public, but walking around the house with your hands in your pants. You shouldn't be in your mother's house no more. You get what I mean? You walking around holding your dick and your mom's in the kitchen cooking something. You hungry, baby? What the fuck? I was going from home at 16. Like, yeah. And then I was like on my own at 21. So I ain't never I can't even deal with a woman who has a 20-something-year-old kid on the fucking couch. Yeah, I said kid. Because if you're still at home at 20-something, your mama failed. Everybody in that household failed. They failed miserably. Because you're getting the fuck out of my house. You're getting the fuck out. And no, that's why I say it all this stupid shit is tracing back to feminism and these single women who raising these punk ass kids or these entitled children, and shit is just fucked up. But you're not supposed to say, how are you gonna blame the women? Y'all the ones who raising them. Who else am I blame? His daddy? His daddy ain't there. You ran him off too. You ran him off. And I don't believe them story. He didn't want to be there. He wanted to. You just made it difficult. You just made it difficult. I don't believe a goddamn word you say. You just made it extra difficult for him. And he said, fuck it. Because like I told you, shit, I cut mine off too. You just get this child support. I ain't got time to play with you and your mother. I don't have time. And then for the record, any woman I've been with, they know how hard I went with trying to be with my child. So don't look at my wife. Don't look at no woman I dealt with because they all will tell you, yeah, that bitch is crazy. And after a while, it's like, you know what? I don't have time for this shit. I don't. But people like to say the child comes first. Bullshit. Prove it. Have a co-parenting relationship with his father. And don't worry about money because the child comes first. So him having a relationship with his father, even if his father's down and out, it should be more important than $25, $30, $40, $50. Yeah. But the child don't come first. The woman comes first. That's the world we live in now. And what they teaching is like I started. What are they teaching the kids born in 2020? What are these women teaching these kids in 2020? I forgot the number that Pearly Things. She had said the number of girls between 18 and 25 that have OnlyFans. Yeah. And It was more than a few million. Yeah, what the fuck? Exactly. More than a few million. Here's one thing that I'm proud of. Black people ain't wasting any money on that shit. They said it's the highest percentage. OnlyFans is I wasn't supposed to say that, but whatever. It's supposed to be 68% of the people that participate in OF, they is married white guys. Those are the ones that's spending the money on OF. Dead serious. So that was like, wow, okay. Black people know Pornhub. I mean, damn, Pornhub is free. You don't know about Pornhub? XNXX, man. I got them all, man. I got them all. And I'm married, so I don't care. I don't care. It's free. But yo, let me see if I got any more videos because I'm ready to cut out. I did an hour and 15. That just boosted my confidence. But I'll probably be back tomorrow. And I'm gonna be talking about Jess Hilarious and that situation over there. Because like I always say, man, a woman is another woman's worst enemy, always. They hate each other more than anything, and then they pretend to be cool. But yeah, hold up. Hold up. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. But I do want to thank everybody for coming out. Farquhar, CeeLo, Yellow Tape, Grace, Jewy. Appreciate y'all, man. It's always a pleasure. Let me see what the hell we got. I think I got some more Don J. Trump shit. You dig? And I think I'm gonna do another show soon about conspiracies. I want to talk JFK and Muammar Gaddafi. No, is that it?
A lot of people mad, but I am all for this. You see what Trump is going to make a lot of people mad. But I am all for this.
You see what Trump said today? I'll send this to you, Jamie. This is a wild move.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth.
Trump is going to make a
Yo, let me ask you something before I go. Ask somebody why they hate Trump. Ask someone. And they're gonna say something dumb. Ask them. I mean, for real. What policy don't you like? The foreign, not foreign policy, the immigration policy? What do you hate? The gender policy? That's a shame it has to be a policy about genders. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There has to be a policy about genders. We have to sit there and tell people, teachers, imagine a science teacher telling you you can be whatever you want. Biology teacher. Just imagine that though. A biology teacher telling you you can be a girl if you want to be a girl, knowing damn well it's impossible. Instead of just saying, no, you're just gay. You're just gay. I'd rather be fired for telling someone, hey, you're just a gay kid. That's it. No, you want to be a girl. You have the right to be a girl. No one can take that from you. If you want to be a boy, you can be a boy. I just wanted to use the bathroom. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I am so happy to be a part of Generation X. Because, oh boy, this foolishness, yeah, I ain't going for it. I ain't going for it, man. Like, nah, I'm sorry. My name is Jack, and I'm not a Democrat. How about that? I will never be a Democrat. My wife probably had no political affiliation at all. She's a Republican too now. Whatever I put inside her is coming out Republican too. Conservative, family unit, tradition. We don't want the tradition to continue to be welfare and Section 8. See, Republicans want to break a cycle. Democrats want to keep it in place. Keep that brace on, keep them crutches, make you weaker and weaker. And that's all that's happening. That liberal shit, that Democratic shit is bull. It's bull. They might take my channel for this episode. I don't even care. The message is out. I don't care. It is what it is if they do. But yeah, I'm not backing down from that. I'm not backing down from no Democrat. I'm not calling nobody no boy, no girl, no V, Vim, Ver, December, January, February. I don't care. No. It's bad enough you already took the rainbow. I can't buy certain clothes because they have rainbow kind of patterns and it'll look like I am some shit I'm not. I want a Jeff Gordon race jacket. That shit is damn near, it's a bevy of colors. I don't care. They just going, oh, he supports us. A feminine taste to it. Like they trying to turn the males. Matter of fact, yeah, I do got something. It's like you're trying to make the males feminine, and they, they're trying to cancel now? Captain America, Anthony Mackie. Because I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna let him tell you. This is the reason. Then this is crazy. Like I can't raise my kids the right way, in a conservative way, in a very conservative way. I can't raise my boys conservative. No, for real. It's caused to cancel Anthony Mackie because, excuse me. Damn, which one? I want him to talk though. Yeah, he was on a podcast. He was talking about how he raises his sons. Man said nothing wrong. He's basically raising gentlemen with spines. The classic man from the 50s, like grandpa, granddad. He's a good dude. He could fix your car. He could, be a nice person, or he could whoop your head. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He's raising one of those. And I'm not mad at that. Here it goes. Oh, hold up. Let me see it.
Canceling Captain America for teaching his sons masculinity. Don't scroll, I'm gonna play the clip. But they're mad at him on Twitter saying that who is he to teach his sons the definition of a man and say that it has to do with masculinity?
He's a man.
The past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But he never ceases to say they'll always be respectful, do things that he feels a man should.
All right, I'm just going to go right to him.
I keep my boys humble. Like my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. My boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like your kids. And no, I could be the biggest star in the world.
What is he saying wrong?
Do not let me catch you being stupid.
Right.
Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he's going to straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door.
They're going to be able to whoop your head.
Always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be met. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
What's wrong with that?
We're men.
Nothing.
If I'm not there to protect, you got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window. That money means nothing. Right? You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door. That celebrity means nothing. I keep my boys humble. Like my boys have never.
Like, come on. There's nothing that people. That's that liberal shit. That's the liberals. A man. No, it's gender fluid here. That sounds like a rainbow sex move. Here, take this gender fluid. That's disgusting. That's weird.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
That's why these boys, like he said, like these boys be looking feminine as hell. Mad feminine. And it's like, wow. And you're really for the emasculation of the man. Like, but like I said, man, it's almost an hour and a half. Well, I knew I could do that. I ain't know I could talk politics for that long. But this shit troubles me. It bothers me when I sleep, when I wake up. And then, I have to go through my daily routine of finding information. How else do I learn? Sitting there looking at video, you're looking at stupid people, and you just sitting there like, damn. Even my wife says it now. Damn, why do you always got to be black? It's disgusting. But we're not, as black people, we're not supposed to say that. Otherwise, we got white face. You're not supposed to say nothing. Well, sorry. Paint my face however you want to paint it. So black ass still a bum. If you fit under the criteria of bum, you're a bum. Welfare for 10 years. We can't get welfare for 10 days. 10 years. Then you pass it on to your daughter, to that daughter, then your grandchild got it now. 2025, 6 generations of what? No, my fault. What is it, 58? Shit, it could be 6 generations at the rate people having babies at 12 and 13. But you got like 4 generations right there. That's about 4 generations welfare. And it's very possible. They don't need no man, though, but they need a Lyndon B. Johnson. They damn sure needed him. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's time for me to go wrestle my wife. Y'all have a good damn night. We up out of here, though. I appreciate everybody who came through once again. Yellow Tape, Jewy, Farquhar, CeeLo. Y'all hold it down, yo.
He talks like his shit don't stink, but he's cool with people. I knew his father. Just Uncle Jackie better. Jackie was alright. Uncle Jackie was excellent. Fucking guineas. Uncle Jackie. Uncle Jack. Line, everybody get in line. Listen the fuck up. It's going down. Pay attention. Alright? Now, niggas a little bit, bitches a little bit, the flights a little bit, the fuck a little bit, bitches a little bit, bitches a little bit, fuck you all, I'm the motherfucking general, niggas a little bit, bitches a little bit, the flights a little bit, the fuck a little bit, bitches a little bit, it's a little bit, fuck who you are. When I walk through, stop, silence, remain quiet, babies don't cry, thug. Yo, I think it's time we take a fucking time out to hear what Harlem got to say. What, niggas? All up on the vibes. You don't want no problem with it, guy.
Practice, practice. I can show you practice. I can show you how to put $1 million in a mattress. I can show the difference between an icon and a classic. Baby in the major should be rolling in a basket. I'm advanced, and it's a lot of dance. From anywhere, my jewelry jump like John Moran. And Kif Tower shorts got me tanning with the babes. You would be a surfer if you ever had this wave. I just switch up my cabana, they throw shade. Matter top 5 and top wives, know I'm the fade. And throw them out the loop, I be mute. Playing cute, nothing to say to you. Cause when I'm back home, I'm like Kyrie, I won't play with you. This is magic with the fur. Tim Duncan on the spur. Tanya Harton on the skate. This that Kobe number 8. This the kick over the head in the hand of Sue Bird. This boy's superb. All I got is 2 words.
Uncle Jackie. Good night, y'all. Appreciate it. Love. Tomorrow. Just Hilarious and crew. Breakfast Club.